It's official, Raylene. I don't think this has ever happened before, but Chris Fletcher just beat out Glenn Brummert as the first person to post something this morning.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I don't think that's ever happened once. Stacey Hold'em right behind him.
Wow. I'm super shocked.
I am too. Where the hell is Glenn? And then Linda Kuchar right there.
Glenn may or may not actually be with us today because he suffered a loss in his family.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
That may keep him from joining us this morning.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now I feel like a giant ass.
Well, that's all right.
What else is new,
let's
though?
not make today any different than any other, love. I mean, come on.
5 days until spring. You posted that up this morning, which was so nice.
I did.
To see.
I'm super excited to have it, but we know that it's a big fat lie. I mean, come on.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it can be all, bubbles and flowers and wonderful things today, but we know it's a lie.
Right. Big fat lie, just like that woodchuck.
Yeah.
Raylene, happy freaking birthday.
Thanks.
My God. It's today.
It is today.
You're very...
I'm 52 today.
You're 52.
Yes.
All right. I thought it was 53.
No, I'm 52.
All right. But the fact that I say 53 it was a year, I'm a year off. I'm a year older.
But
that doesn't piss you off.
No.
I love that. That doesn't piss you off.
It's not a big deal. And because I agree with my sister. You say, I look pretty good for my age, don't I?
Yeah.
When people say you're older. You just say, yeah, that's how old I am. And don't I look good for my age?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I really do. And you and I are very similar this way.
It's really not a big deal.
It's where we both don't feel that our birthdays are a big deal.
No.
I could care less. I mean, I don't even want to talk about mine. I mean, I could give a shit. Really, frankly, I care about other people's birthdays more than especially little kids.
Well, it started out pretty awesome here. We just had
what happened?
Barb Druge, one of my favorite people, came, and she came here dressed in a costume as if, how they used to do that, rubber bubbles. They would dress as something and come with balloons and stuff.
Yes.
And Barb came with balloon and beautiful yellow roses. Yellow roses are my favorite, by the way. And she's probably heard me say such things. And she obviously listens. And but she was dressed as a cow. She walked up Main Street like that for me. Who does that? Good friends. That's who does that. She dressed up as a cow, for God's sakes, literally had udders on her belly. Dressed up as a cow and came in here with balloon and flowers for me and this funny card. Do you want me to read my card?
I do.
So, Barb and I both have vision problems. We both have blindness, and so we constantly are joking around with each other about autocorrect. We always blame autocorrect or the talk to text, and because we can. We can get away with it. But it says, hope your birthday is filled with lots of love, laughter, and cake. Cake. Damn autocorrect. Yeah. Lover. So, thank you very much, Barb. Very sweet of you.
And speaking of cakes, I mean, she's got what? 4 of them on her right there, right?
Yeah.
How could somebody just randomly just say, I'm
going to walk Main Street dressed as a cow. And apparently there's some event out back.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this event. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what's going on Summer Street. The Summer Street is packed full of cars. So if anybody knows, tell us, because usually we know these things. I have no clue. And there's just as you pull in by the Choice.
Yeah.
There's a sign that says event parking.
I saw that.
And the whole city lot back there behind Jerry's or in front of Jerry's is packed full of cars.
Somebody's bound to know.
I have no idea.
And they'll post it up, I'm sure. Somebody will know. And if they don't know, they'll probably find someone who knows.
Right.
We need to find out
I
what
wonder what the hell's going on.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah. At first, I was scared shitless. I thought, oh, my God, what did he do? I didn't know if you were having a big bash over here for me or something.
Now you're making me feel bad. We should have done that. I should have had, some big band or something out in the parking lot rocking out. God.
But thank you, everyone, for
God.
the birthday wishes. Thank you.
It's the 14th. It is Thursday, National Pie Day, National Write Your Story Day. You posted all this up. National Potato Chip Day,
Yep.
Children's Craft Day, and Learn About Butterflies Day today. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what are you going to do on your birthday? What's
Do you want me to really tell you?
I want you to tell us.
When I'm done here,
Do you want me to make something up?
No, I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go home, let the dogs out to pee. Then I'm going to get my dad in the car and take him to Burlington for a doctor's appointment. Then I'm going to come back, meet my youngest son to get some stuff done that he needs to get done. Then I'm going to get my butt home because I have a planning commission meeting at 6:00. And then sometime after that, I'm meeting Michael Booten so that we can do some work that we need to do for his campaign. That's my day. It's no different than any other day.
It's a pretty boring ass day.
Well,
I mean, the highlight there is
It's
hanging
life.
around with Michael Booten,
It's
and I
life.
mean that's sad.
yeah, it's life.
I'm the same way, man. It's like
Yeah, I
just-
mean,
God.
I know some people who take their birthday off, like they don't work on their birthday. They just do. Maybe once I'm older, I'll do that. I don't know, but I don't have time for that stuff. Then I
hear
would
you.
have to pack everything into tomorrow.
Exactly. I could really give a rat's ass about my birthday. As I said, I'd rather draw attention to an older person or a real young person about their birthday. Fly in the Wall Productions bringing you the Aired Out podcast on Facebook and YouTube, streamed everywhere you get your podcast and on the web at airedoutvt.com. Raylene with us this morning, obviously. Are there any other birthdays? Should we mention?
I'm sure there are.
Wait a second. I got them right here. There's always a good number of local birthdays that you're sharing. I'm sure. Let's see.
I actually don't share them. You have the list, so I never share them. I'm terrible about it.
John Noyes, radio legend, is on the list today. Wow. Tina Gove Cablanca. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Keith Stern is on the list today. Sarah Johnson, Nicole Merchant, Wanda Carroll. Let's see. Darren Silly, I think. Quinn Thomas is on the birthday list today. I've known her forever. Haven't seen her forever, but I've known her since she was just a little girl. Margaret Boyce Batchelor and Sarah Hicks, all celebrating birthdays today.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Let's start out with plugging one of our sponsors. Yipes is doing dash cameras now.
Yeah, they have quite the selection too. You can get them for the front and for the rear.
Yep.
For all, and they make a very good point just for security deterrent.
Yes.
Because people know that they are being recorded and they're not necessarily going to break into your vehicle.
Yes.
But then, you catch some asshats doing stuff on the interstate that maybe they shouldn't do.
Yep.
Or maybe you get an awesome picture of a moose crossing the road that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten. So super cool. But yeah, they install those for people, and they're selling them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you know that I've got two?
Yeah,
dash
I know
cams?
you have a dash cam.
I got one on the front and one on the back, and they have come through
more than once
for me.
for you.
Big time. And I don't need to list off all the reasons and all the ways how. I think that's pretty obvious, goes without saying. But man, they are so important, And I got into a conversation with Bobby Bartlett about this. I mean, it's just
Do you get a discount on your rate because you have them?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. But obviously, if there's a car accident or something, and there's you go to court and it's a mess, or the police or whatever, you have proof.
You have the proof.
That asshat pulled out in front of you or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's awesome that Yipes is doing that now.
I do too. I think it's very awesome as well.
They're cost effective as well. Vermont news, holy shit, there's a lot. The big story, and I don't know, maybe I think this is the biggest one right now, unless you know of one that's bigger, is this 23-year-old suspect out of the Northeast Kingdom, suspect in the double murder, Orleans.
He killed them with a hammer and a knife.
A baseball bat and a knife.
Baseball bat and a knife.
Baseball bat.
I mean, come
These are
on.
Killing two family members. And he pleaded not guilty yesterday when he faced the judge for second-degree murder. And, it's in the news that he suffers from schizophrenia, but was apparently over at someone's house the day before or so asking if he could borrow a baseball bat, I mean, and now he's facing 20 years to life.
Right. And they are saying that the charges could be upgraded because of that fact that they could consider premeditation.
Yes. And I'm hearing this story, and I'm reading it this morning, and I'm like, so much of this, 20 years to life now, just another person in our jail system, and whether or not he's definitely schizophrenic or not. I mean, if he is, here's a real mental health issue. There's so much that's going on in this world that could be prevented if we could all just slightly pull our heads out of our asses and be more vigilant and more proactive with, hey, Joe doesn't really seem right. I know he's on some meds, or I know he's not on his meds, or he should be on his meds,
Right.
and he's got a mental illness, or maybe he doesn't, or maybe it seems like he does. We should be proactive here and like intervene somehow and maybe prevent something horrible from happening.
Right.
And now look what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This could have been prevented, man.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. It's another instance of the system fails the public.
Yeah. Well,
And there are many instances.
and I think sometimes the public can fail the system too. And we all have a responsibility to and
I agree.
We're all not
Yeah.
perfect, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's like we all just have a responsibility for just being aware of what's going on in our interactions. What are you laughing about? What?
When you wiggle like that because of your hair,
Yeah.
all I can think of is
Oh,
Howard
fuck
the
off.
Duck. Oh, Howard the Duck. Do you remember Howard the Duck?
No.
You don't?
No.
Who remembers Howard the Duck?
Who's Howard the Duck?
But
Was it
you have like a
cartoon?
little duck's ass there, and so when you were doing that with your head, that's all I could think of is a little waddling ass. So.
I lost I lost my hat, and I don't know what else.
You did? You lost it?
I don't know what else to say. Lily. You know what Lily calls me?
What?
Ace Ventura.
Oh,
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't. I don't care.
well, really, when you were doing that, that's what it reminded me of.
Whatever.
Waddle like a duck.
You're hurting my feelings, Ray.
No, I'm not. You're used to it. You know what's happening this weekend at the VFW Post 790?
Hang on a second. We got more news stories here. In
Well,
Vermont.
I know, but let's talk about something good first.
I know, but we got Vermont. Go ahead. We're getting back to Vermont news.
Yeah, we will.
Go ahead.
They're having their breakfast
Oh,
that everybody
God.
absolutely
I
loves.
saw you posted that. This
Yes.
morning.
So we have to make sure that everybody knows that, like, way ahead of time. You have to go to that. It's hosted by the Auxiliary. It's this weekend. Starts at 7 a.m., which is a lot earlier than most places start, unless
Okay.
you're Delicate Decadence, who also does that.
Yes.
But 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The drink specials are from 9 to 11, though.
Bloody Marys,
So, yes.
mimosas. Shit.
So, but 9 to 11 if you want the drink specials, 7 to 11 for the breakfast. And they really do it up there. So, it's $10 for adults, and kids 5 and under are $5.
You have had a Bloody Mary at the VFW before.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had one. I think you bought it
You
for
took,
me.
yeah, and you were toasted.
I was.
One of them.
No.
You were sweating. It was at the bingo game.
Do you remember?
Yes.
I went there. I hadn't had anything to eat. And I had 2
Yeah.
sips.
And you said, suddenly, you said to me, I have
Raylene,
to
I
get
don't-
something to eat.
I don't
Do they
think
have
I can
cookies
do-
or anything over there? I have to get something to eat.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
Yeah. You were not doing so well. They do make a kick-ass Bloody
My
Mary.
God, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah.
We had to infuse a little goodness in there.
I see that that Digger has just gone crazy here with some stories, and you've posted up a good number of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is that speed enforcement cameras
Yeah.
are being considered by Vermont senators
In a
now.
work zone. For
In
the
a
work
work zone.
zones.
In a work
And
zone.
you know what? All the more power to
Absolutely.
them.
Yep.
If it was your family standing out there with
Bet
a
your ass.
sign or next the way people speed through those zones is
Yep.
absolutely disgusting.
Do you think, and I wonder if folks want to comment here, how do you feel about this? I say we're like a million years too late on this. This should have been done.
And there are some people super pissed off about it that think, it's an infringement of rights.
Fuck
but
that. You know
you're
what?
you're
Slow
risking you're risking somebody's life, and
Slow down.
that's the
I don't-
chance you take.
Yeah.
And
I don't give a shit what you're running late for. If you go through a work zone and you're speeding, you're an asshole.
Or go out around a school bus. I think school buses
What?
should have cameras for the same
Of course they
thing.
should.
I
think they
that
do,
all
though.
cameras.
I think they do.
All school buses should be equipped with
I
them.
think they do.
Yeah,
I, think
I
they
hope
do.
so. And nail everybody who
God.
does such a stupid ass thing. That's my opinion on it.
Well,
They're not saying put them up all over the state. They're saying in a work zone. And
Yeah.
we all know if you see a sheriff parked there and you see the lights on, everybody slows down. They'll step on their brakes, say slow down. But if there's no sheriff,
Yeah.
People don't care.
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter whether there's a sheriff there. I mean, just slow the hell down. God damn.
There's plenty of warning.
Temporary homeless shelters are opening up. Digger's got the story. You posted it up this morning.
Yeah,
I know
because
that-
many will lose their rooms tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow was the cutoff. And so if you're a vulnerable adult, disabled, elderly, there's all kinds of different classes. They do have some shelters that are set up for that reason. But the rest of the hotels, the programs will close, and it'll just be weather dependent.
Yeah.
So like if it were to drop below freezing, that
Right.
kind of thing.
Seeing comments on social media of too little, too late. Here it is, the beginning of springtime. Temps are warming up. What the hell were you waiting for? Scott administration scrambling to try to figure this out. I mean, it's a real issue.
Well,
And it's also something, in my opinion, that has been grossly abused, and that's just my opinion. I think there are too many deadbeats that really don't have to be homeless. They just lack.
Oh, there are absolutely
lot.
people that choose
They
that.
lack a lot of motivation
Yeah.
and drive to get forward with their life and go get a fucking job.
Yeah,
I
believe
feel that way strongly.
I do too, and I feel that there are some that absolutely circumstances have happened, and
Yes.
it's driven them to this point.
Very true.
And they need a little help to
Yes.
get back on their feet, and I'm all in for
Me
that.
too.
Those are because life and shit does happen. I know someone who, this was years ago, probably 5 years ago now, but he became homeless after he got really sick with cancer.
Yes.
And he,
You've told me about
he
this.
lost his job. He, medicines and this, that, and the other. And he was sleeping in his car the whole time
Right.
he battled cancer. And he
Not right.
no. And if somebody would have given him just a little pick me up and said,
Sure.
let us put you in a hotel for a little bit,
Right.
get through what you're going through. And I mean, he worked his whole life.
Right.
And that was the situation. And he's doing okay now. He's finally things are starting to come back together. But
Sure.
man, he had a shit time, and it was totally circumstances.
Everybody has a different
Yep.
story.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Some of them, in my opinion, are really legitimate and valid, and others are just
right.
need to
just bullshit.
find some ambition and
Yeah.
some motivation
Yeah.
and progress.
This morning was a really hot morning with my phone, with text messages and phone calls, and some of it was surrounding the closure and the homelessness, and some of it was surrounding a local landlord who listed an apartment. Normally, this landlord lists them, she uses the anonymous mode because she just doesn't want to deal with all of the crap.
Okay.
The anonymous mode wasn't working. She's like, screw it, I want to get this out there. She posted it, and total attacks of what the apartment costs, and we've seen it with people that we advertise for even. And, that's more than my fucking mortgage and this, that, and the other. You know what? But does your mortgage include heat, hot water, and electricity? If your appliances break down, who replaces them? The mortgage company? Does the mortgage company mow your lawn? Does the mortgage company plow your driveway? If the furnace breaks, does the mortgage company fix it? What if the electrical panel goes to hell and you need a whole new one? Who replaces your windows and your doors when they are shit? Does the mortgage company do it, or do you do it? You have to add all of those things into what you pay for now. So if your mortgage is $750, bless your heart, that's great. Now add all of the other shit to it and tell me where you're at. Some people choose to rent. There are some people that were totally fine with that price, recommending other people. Some people choose to not be bothered by all of those other headaches. They don't want to be homeowners. They rather just rent, and they're fine with that rent. And if you are somebody that constantly is shouting affordable housing, be fair, this, that, and the other, please, there are plenty of properties around the city. Buy them up, fix them up, rent them out for $500 a month, maintain them, include the utilities, because you are just such a wonderful, gracious person. Don't do background checks or credit checks, because that's just not being equitable. And let them move in. And by all means, when they stop paying you rent or they do something horrible to your apartment, trash it, whatever, just shake your head.
Right.
And out of the kindness of your heart, allow them to stay anyways.
Yeah.
Get off your high horses, people, is the way I feel about that. I mean, being a landlord, a property manager is not an easy job, period. And a lot comes with it. They're taxed differently as an income property, not, there's a lot that comes with it. And so before you sit there and beat the hell out of somebody for what they're trying to do, which is giving this person that has nice apartments, not junk apartments, really takes pride in her properties. Before you jump all over her ass about that's way more than your mortgage, please take your mortgage and add all the other shit and tell me what you actually pay a month.
Yeah, property taxes too.
Yeah, the whole nine. It's just, if you're not looking for a rental, you don't want a rental, you don't want to pay that price, scroll by, assholes. It's so stupid.
That was beautiful.
Ugh.
4-year anniversary of COVID. 1,100 Vermonters have died as a result. I can't believe it's been 4 years, man. What the hell? Jeez. It's literally yesterday. Digger's got that story. Numbers are comparatively down right now compared to where they were at this time a year ago for COVID and COVID deaths.
100, they said.
Knock on wood.
They said that it was, the numbers have declined rapidly. They definitely didn't see as many deaths this year, but still 100 Vermonters have died of COVID.
Yeah.
And then the respiratory RSV,
Yes.
that also saw death this winter. And a lot of people got RSV.
Yeah.
But I don't know that everybody was so willing to get the vaccine either.
Right.
Because of the whole COVID vaccine stuff. But the RSV vaccine's been around for a long time.
For a while, yeah. Yeah. Big story. And we encourage people to, we know you're busy, but if you have time, man, just get on the Aired Out page and read some of these stories and get in the know. There's some really interesting. It's not all, butterflies and roses either. 2 banks were hit yesterday morning, late to mid-morning. One in Burlington's North End. That was the Community National Bank. And then a short time later, the TD Bank in Winooski. Both by presumably a guy who handed a note demanding cash, did not garnish any kind of weapon. The Community National Bank one, he took off before any cash was handed to him.
Right.
And the Winooski one, he did get an undisclosed amount of cash. And then there was an interesting twist in the story. The police stopped a car that kind of fit the description of the car that left TD Bank, and it had a male and female in it that both had a warrant out for their arrest, but they kind of concluded that it wasn't them that may or may not have been involved in the bank robbery.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you wake up some mornings and just be like, holy shit?
This morning I did, because you know what time I woke up? I was so pissed. And I didn't go back to sleep because I couldn't. 4:02.
Must have
What
been
the hell?
Must have been the fucking dogs barking and something.
No, they were still snoring. I had to actually make them get up and go outside this morning at 7 because they were still in bed.
So what was it?
I don't know. I just woke up at 4 and couldn't go back to sleep.
Do you know what would wake me up at? I mean, you know,
I didn't even go to sleep till around 1:30.
all 16 years doing the morning show on Froggy, getting up at 3:30 every morning. Now, if you electrocuted me at 4 o'clock in the morning,
You still wouldn't wake up?
Nothing would happen. Nothing. I mean, I wouldn't even budge. We have Vermont lawmakers approving a plan to increase penalties for retail theft. Interesting. I thought the memo just went out that, it's a free-for-all. You go in, Kohl's, Walmart, where you load up your cart, and you just leave.
Yeah, but now the penalties will be greater. They won't just let them go, supposedly. That's what they're trying. Yeah.
Speaking of memos, I got one from the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce this morning that I'm going to read on the air. Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
It says, this request is extremely urgent and has a short window of opportunity. The expansion of the BGAP bill proposed by our very own Washington County delegation is in very real danger of not surviving crossover. In layman's terms, the $40 million flood relief bills for businesses are in danger of being dismissed by the state legislature. Here at the Chamber of Commerce, we intend to point out that this relief is just as important to our flood recovery efforts as the similar assistance to homeowners, municipalities, and farmers. But we're one voice. They need to hear this from you as well. Below is a list of legislators in a position to impact whether or not these relief bills survive. You can also reach out to our Washington County delegates as well. But I'm going to post these legislators right now in the comments.
Okay.
And get that out there because I think it's worthy of doing.
I agree.
They need to hear that in order to recover from the last two floods, as well as prepare for any future floods, the local economy needs these bills passed. The deadline to take action is this week. Last I checked, today was Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, and that's
Correct.
it. That's it. So, if you have any questions, get in touch with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. And I'll put their info right up in the comments here as well.
Awesome.
So,
And if you don't catch it there, you can always catch it right on our page because we have several advertisements for the chamber, as well as the advertisement for the mixer that the chamber is holding tonight down the street at M&T Bank.
5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. And that will be a great time. They have snacks and drinks, and there's door prizes, and then the 50-50 raffle. And the beneficiary of that raffle for this mixer is the Veterans Place in Northfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is unbelievable. We've been talking about this
Yes,
so much.
and we'll talk to somebody on Tuesday.
Okay.
Because we talk to them once a month, and
Yeah.
we'll have them by phone on Tuesday and see what they're up to, see where
The
the meal
Veterans
train's
Place.
at. Yeah, the Veterans Place. See where the meal train's at, and see if they need help with anything else, and learn
Okay.
about all those things.
Yeah. We love them. Mm-hmm. We love them. We love the Veterans Place. We love veterans. We love everything they do for veterans.
Yes, we do.
Optical Expressions. Rusty Deweese paid me a compliment on my glasses that I'm wearing right now from Optical Expressions, one of two pairs. I've got my nighttime driving glasses, but these are my blind as a bat daytime.
Now, do you wear the yellow ones? Will and I talked about that the other day when he was here. Do you wear the yellow ones? Can you wear them, the nighttime driving ones?
I have a pair of those.
Can you wear those? They make me sick to my stomach.
I do wear them. I wear them at night. I absolutely do. They cut back on the glare from the ridiculously disgusting.
I have to
bright-
wear pink.
the pink ones.
Yep,
Okay.
I can't do the yellow ones. It's too distorted for me.
Yeah.
So it makes me nauseous.
Yeah. I can't think of what they're called, the yellow ones, but yeah, I've got them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I look like an absolute complete freak? I do, but I don't care as long as it cuts back in the glare. Yeah, they work great. They've got 25% off all sunglasses right now,
All month long, in stock.
but for the month of March.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the market for some new sunglasses, a quality pair of sunglasses, summer's coming. You know you're going to be out in the boat. You know you want something that's polarized or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the time to get glasses.
And they have a really good selection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Go
do.
check it out. 25%.
If you think you're going to go in there and spend 3, 4, 5 minutes, wrong go dongo.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
It's crazy to me that I walk in a place like that, and it's like walking into the hardware store. Like, I could spend a lot of time in Home Depot, Nelson's, places like that, because I like to look around. But you walk into Optical Expressions, it's the same thing. You're overwhelmed. There's so many choices and, frames and this and
Sure.
that. And it's pretty cool,
But
actually.
the sunglasses are just beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous. 25% off month of March only.
Yes.
Don't let this one pass you by. And if you want to get your solar shield, that was the name I was thinking of for my yellow glasses. But if you want to get your eclipse glasses,
Yeah, we have some here. You can reach out and see what we have left. We do have some people that we've been handing them out to. We dropped some off to one of our sponsors yesterday because they have a lot of kids and that are going to be watching with them. So we went ahead and gave them to some of our sponsors, and there's some other people that we're going to be handing them out to as well that JD doesn't know about yet because we haven't even talked about it, but I'll tell him at some point today, don't worry.
Yeah.
What is happening. So yeah, we'll do that
here
soon.
they are, right here. Here's what they look like.
Yeah. And we only have 150 of them. These are the ones that are doctor recommended. They're $12 a pair. They're not the kind that you're going to get for 99 cents or $1 or 10 for, or 12 for $10 on Amazon.
Right.
These are they have the right on the arm of the glasses. They have the suggested strength and what they should be.
Okay.
And if you missed it, you can go back and watch the show with Will. There's some websites listed there that you can look up all of the information. There's actually a lot of really good information online. Now I've become much more concerned with how many people they keep saying are going to be here. I'm like, I don't usually fall for all of that hype and hoopla and storms and craziness and this, that, and the other. Right. But I'm going to just tell you that I'm not real excited at the possibility of 100,000 people coming to the state of Vermont
from
for one day.
From Massachusetts.
And you know what? I just pray to God it doesn't snow the night before or the day after. I really do.
And Connecticut.
Connecticut and out west too. They say people from all over the world, not just the United States, plan to come here. And they know that because of the number of people that have reserved rooms, have tried to reserve rooms, who are literally even clogging up the bed and breakfast, the temporary apartments that traveling nurses use. I mean, they know that the crazy amount of people.
What if it's cloudy on April 8th?
I guess they're willing to take that chance.
What are we?
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Are we?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm not.
Is the day going to be
Well,
ruined?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay at home, and I'm not going out and about where any of all those people are.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know that's not very friendly of me, but I don't care.
Friendly.
I don't care. I have no desire.
But it's like, if it's cloudy out, that we don't see shit, and then we're all going to be upset.
I know. Yeah. So we'll see. Well, we'll have to call Roger Hill one morning and see what he thinks visibility will be on that day. I mean, he projects things out pretty far, and he studies pretty hard about all of this stuff. We'll have to call him some morning and when it gets a little closer and see what his projection is.
Listen, on the hot sex scale, 0 to 10, where am I falling right now?
The what?
Hot sex scale. Like when you see someone and you're like, oh my God, that's sex.
I can't move past the duck's ass, so.
All right. So what are you saying? Like a 0.5, a 1? Right now, with these glasses on.
Sure.
Okay. I can't see a goddamn thing with these. Probably a good thing.
That's right. You're not supposed to. Jonah says 12.
12?
That's it. I'm not bringing you your glasses, Jonah. No. I'm only picking. I'm bringing them. He and little Max get a watch. He is the cutest little boy. He just melts my heart.
Jonah?
Jonah has the cutest little son, yes.
Get Max in here.
Oh, my God. He is super smart. He would sit right up in that chair and talk your little ear off.
Mark says it's Pi Day, so he's going to give me a 3.14. Joe says he sent me the article from the Globe. Check it out. I will. I didn't know that he sent that to me, but I'll check that out, of course. There's other things in the community calendar this morning, brought to you by The World, by the way.
Yes, there are all kinds of things. One of them that we're going to be at.
Yes. Central Vermont's favorite weekly newspaper. Don't miss the digital version online, too, vt-world.com. This Sunday, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe you can get a little lucky and win at bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo at the Den.
I might even put the glasses on.
And it is the Brittany Burt's Memorial Scholarship Bingo event.
It's going to be amazing.
We've been doing this with Christina now, Brittany's mom, this will be our 4th year.
Come on.
Yeah, this will be our 4th year.
Really?
Yep.
I would have given it 3
So
tops.
I think that she has been doing it a little bit longer, but we know that her first couple of years out of the gate, people were really taking advantage of her.
Yep.
And we talked to her one day and said, oh, hell no.
Why are you being charged to do something like this?
Right.
Is what we said to her.
And when it comes to bingo, Bikers for Beth, the ladies ride, kidney drives, anything like that. We don't charge for advertising. That takes away from the recipient. What an asshole move that would be.
Exactly.
So we never do that. We try to participate in this case. JD calls the numbers. We've always been very blessed by one of our sponsors or a local organization that they donate their space to her. We've done it
And that's happening this time.
We've done it at the Legion. We've done it at the VFW. And this time we're going a little bigger. We're headed to the Den. I have a bunch of my families coming even. So yeah, it just always works out so that she literally is able to give more to the scholarship. And because all of that has continued to happen, she's giving out 2 scholarships this year, not just one. And they're purchasing a memory bench.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And it feels good to do that.
Of course it does. Of course.
It makes this is why we do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's it right there. That's Sunday. God.
Yeah.
Also Sunday, there's a St. Patty's Parade in Williston on the 17th. Mm-hmm. We got, again, the mixer tonight is at M&T Bank with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
Benefits the Veterans Place, 5 o'clock. If you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, it's free to get in. If you're not a member, it's $10. Bring business cards, pass them out, mingle with people, enjoy some snacks and some camaraderie, and just, network.
Yeah.
Network.
And then, like I said before, the breakfast at VFW on Saturday, you don't want to miss that. Everybody loves breakfast, and it's always a great turnout. And all of the proceeds there benefit the veterans.
Yep.
And they do all kinds of great things for them, and that is put on by the Ladies Auxiliary.
You do a great job.
They do a great job.
Saturday night is Bonfire at the Barrie Opera House, which is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait. Chuck is going. And I'm going to see if we can connect with Rex Thompson right now. Because also Saturday, something quite unusual is going on. Now, Rex, tell us about the Granite City Open. I don't think you guys have done this before over at Granite City MMA.
No, this is the first time, but JD, I'm kind of offended, man, that you keep calling me. Is this your way to tell me that I'm too ugly to be in your studio?
No, this is no.
Tell me. I have a face for radio.
I'm going to tell you right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that the second that we're done this morning, I'm grabbing my keys and I'm flying out of here because I've got an appointment. That's what I'm saying. And I know that if you're here in the studio, that you're going to put me in a chokehold and chew my ear off, and I'm never going to get a chance to leave. That's the truth. But listen, tell us about this on Saturday. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see this, man.
So those we don't have a lot of room, so it's limited space for viewers, for people watching. It's mainly for the coaches and the competitors because we have some high level competitors coming in. We do this because I say we. Lucas does this because he has several programs that he does for free at Granite City MMA. Victims of domestic violence, victims of bullying, and our kids' jiu-jitsu class is free. So we have several students that are sponsored, and Lucas pays for this either through sponsorships. People will donate and sponsor, but it's mainly out of his own pocket. And so what we're doing in order to keep these programs for the community is put on these high level, we get sponsors to help with the prize money. this particular grappling tournament is a submission only grappling tournament, which is going to be broadcasted as a live simulation. Once our production crew, it's going to be all videotaped. You'll be able to see what high level grappling looks like. It's a submission only, and we'll post it on a live for free and let everybody watch it.
All right. So there is room for people to come and watch.
Very, very limited room.
Is there room?
Because we need
room for my fat ass?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
We got media that's going to be there, coaches, and because this is a big thing. So grappling is a small sport, especially when it comes to Brazilian jiu-jitsu around the world, compared to like boxing, judo, boxing, judo, things like that. There's over 1 billion competitors. There's maybe 1 million jiu-jitsu competitors. So it's not as big. So the payouts aren't as big. One of the largest grappling tournaments in the world is the ADCC. They only pay $5,000 to win $10,000 to win the overall. And you have to go through hundreds of competitors. Lucas is giving away $1,500 cash to each division. There's 2 divisions in this open, an open female, and everybody that weighs 175 pounds or under. So both of those divisions are going to win $1,500 cash. Every person that's competing has to pay $100 entry fee. We gain sponsors from Aired Out, Vermont Clean and Green. You got Stone Service Station. You got Tall Truck, Celsius, Energy Drink. All those guys pitched in money so that Lucas doesn't have to take it out of the entry fee, and all that entry fee can go back into the free programs that he has up there for the community.
I think that's the part that got my attention, and wanting to be a sponsor for this, because that's so important, Rex.
Absolutely. It's absolutely huge. The way that we do the way that it's set up, our curriculum is set up real simple. A lot of people, they're curious about it and they don't know anything about it. The way that we start it is when your kids are really, really little. We don't want to overwhelm them and force them to go to the gym and think that they are going to be a UFC star when they are 6 and 7, 5 years old. That is not happening. What you want to do is you want to train them to be able to move their own body, but more importantly, have fun inside of the gym, that the gym is a positive place to them, that they know walking in the gym, they're just automatically in a good mood. Because if you can get that mindset where they look forward to going to the gym versus, all right, my parents are forcing me to go there because maybe dad took 2nd or 3rd in state wrestling, and now we got to make sure you win states. You know what I mean? You have parents trying to live vicariously through their children.
You've seen that before.
Oh, 100%. All the time, every day. I remind parents all the time to let me coach. So it's especially when they're that little, it's about making it enjoyable. It really, Freddie the Pan is great at that. The kids love Freddie. The little tiny kids love him. He is great at that. That is setting a precedent. That's what you want. You need to hit these kids hard, get them used to that. So now we have I don't even know. We have 15 little tiny kids inside of there. But then out of those kids in the little kids class, you have a few that are really paying attention and they want to learn. They actually want to learn how to protect themselves. They pay attention. It's not just about games for them. So we invite them to the beginners class. The beginners class is the first class that you have to pay for. And it's only $50 a month. And it studies all the fundamentals. It gives you the fundamentals for striking, ground fighting, takedowns. It's a fundamental base, and what the biggest thing is, it teaches you how to learn, because Lucas teaches a conceptual way of teaching. And if you went straight to the advanced class without any other training whatsoever, first thing that's going to happen is you are going to believe the stereotype of jiu-jitsu. You're going to walk into that. You're going to see a bunch of people laying on their back trying to do leg entanglements, and you're not going to have a clue what's going on. And if you've never done martial arts or never done any martial arts, and then one day you come in your head and you're like, I think I'm going to try. I've heard a lot about this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to go there and I'm going to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Well, if you only have advanced classes and you don't have anything to introduce people to the self-defense part of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and all that other stuff, then what you have is you have these guys walking in. You see everybody laying on their back, playing footsies, and you have no clue what is going on. So the chances of you ever coming back, probably not. So this is why you're introduced to jiu-jitsu the right way. You're introduced to it at the beginner's class. It starts where a real fight starts. It starts standing up.
Yeah.
You learn basic strikes. You learn basic blocks. That's where it starts. Then we prepare you as the scenario gets worse and more dangerous. So we start standing up just like every other martial art out there. You're going to learn kicks. You're going to learn striking. But the thing that we're going to go in depth is the most dangerous part of a fight.
Making
and that
it
is
to the floor.
Getting on the floor and having a larger person on top of you smashing your face into the concrete.
Right.
That's where you can die. When you're standing up and striking, that's different. There's usually space to get away and move, and your head is not pressed against something and having a kinetic force coming down and smashing your face.
Yeah. What you guys do?
Not only that, but statistically, a female at some point in her life, the statistics are like around 80%, at some point in their life are going to be in a situation where a larger man is going to be holding them down.
Yeah. Everything you guys do, you, Lucas, Will, the rest of your whole team over there at Granite City MMA is amazing. You've done so much for our community. And Rex, this Granite City Open is going to be amazing. One more time, how people can tune in, can watch and see what's happening.
Get onto the Donnybrook page. The best thing to do is after Saturday, I wouldn't recommend people coming up to watch. I really wouldn't. Because we have so many people coming in with the coaches and it's limited space. We could probably fit in 20, 30 spectators up above, but that's really what we have. But the cool part is we are going to tape the matches. We're going to edit the matches so you'll be able to watch it. Hey, the other thing real quick, I know you got to get going and I'm going to let you go because you have an appointment, but not this Saturday. The following Saturday, Lucas has added on to the beginners program. We have a straight Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 11. He has started a beginners kickboxing class.
Oh boy.
So it's a combination of cardio work and striking and kicking. But if you're already in my beginners class, you can go to that class for free. And vice versa. If you sign up for that beginners class, you can come to all the beginners classes. So we've had a huge demand from people that work during the week, can't make it on certain days. So especially the ladies have asked for a kickboxing class. So Lucas heard them and he's starting that next Saturday.
Awesome. Rex, yeah. What time does everything start on Saturday?
Well, at 10 a.m. we're going to do weigh-ins and 11 a.m. the matches start.
All right.
And then probably Sunday or Monday, the video will be out of the entire event. It'll be a nice produced event put up.
DonnyBrookFightPromotions.com
Yep.
to watch the Granite City Open. And then how long will it go on Saturday, Rex?
So this is a submission-only tournament, which means there's no time limits. We do 10 minutes of regular time, and then we go right into EBI rules, which is we set you in a submission and you have to escape. We set you in a super deep submission, and you have a chance to escape. If you can't escape, then now you have a chance to submit your opponent, and whoever gets the submission and can't escape, that person wins. It's called a submission overtime.
All right. Great stuff, man. We will be we'll be posting it up pretty hard today and tomorrow, and even Saturday morning, first thing early. We look forward to it. Thanks for everything you guys do. I love being a sponsor with you, and we'll get you in here again real soon. I promise.
All right, man. You take care. Thank you.
All right, Rex Thompson, Donnybrook Fight Promotions. Listen, folks, thanks so much for tuning in this morning on this Thursday. Get outside. Like I said yesterday, get outside and just enjoy the weather, man. It's like, really, you just
And
take a deep breath.
And Saturday night also, get out to the den because the bearded belligerents are going to blow the roof off. They always pack the house. We know they're an amazing bunch. Super heavy metal. They'll be there at 8 o'clock, going to blow the roof off. That's what they promise to do every time.
And they do.
They do. 8 o'clock is when they start on Saturday night. And then I just want to congratulate Michael Booten for getting the chair seat at the school board. He was nominated last night, and so it's Michael Booten as chair, Giuliano Ciccinelli as the vice chair.
Okay.
It was a really good meeting. It seemed very productive, and it moved along quickly. And of course, you know, he gives himself a hard time because he stumbles here and there. It was your first night out at the gate, for God's sakes. Yeah, of course. It's, you know.
He didn't apologize, did he?
Oh, no. Okay. He was just telling me. No, he didn't. Well, no, he probably did. I think he may have said sorry a couple of times. Like, sorry, I should have. But, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think that, you know, that's some really cool middle ground there for us.
Yeah.
Like where, you know, the school board isn't supposed to be about politics. It's supposed to be about the teachers and the kids and what is best for them.
Exactly.
And the
supposed
community.
to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, and the taxpayers, and you know, just doing the right things for the right reasons and working together. And I just think that he has that kind of spirit and way about him, where he can do that no matter what. He can do that no matter what his beliefs are. So I think he's going to do a great job, and I was super proud of him. Super proud to call him my friend. Super proud to work on his campaigns, and very super proud to see him take that seat last night.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's wonderful. Did you get a chance to see Matt and Bessie yesterday?
I did. I watched them last night. It was a great show.
God. Two
Great
of them
show.
are just amazing people.
They are.
They were a little bummed out that you weren't here, but
I know.
they want to meet
Next
you,
time.
and it's going to happen.
Yes.
All right. Hey, next week, Kevin Eschelbach's going to be with us on Monday morning. John Biondolillo from William Ravies, Kevin, I should say, from the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. John Biondolillo from William Ravies is going to be with us, I think, on Tuesday morning, and possibly next week. Still working on it. Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Are you sure you're sitting down?
Yes, JD.
Possibly G.
That would be wonderful. I've been waiting for G to get his little ass down here and sit in this chair next to me, and I would love nothing more than to have that happen. Do you want to talk about having a very blunt, straight up, to the point conversation? That's why he's one of my most favorite people. No filter, on the mouth, on the mind, out the mouth with that man.
Absolutely.
Love him to death. Cannot wait.
Says it like it is.
Cannot wait.
Part of it is, I think, it's in the DNA. He's from where? Brooklyn or the Bronx or something.
I don't care where he's from. He's a good shit, and I can't
either.
wait.
I don't care. And he lives right here in Barrie now.
Yeah. He'll shake it up a little. Guaranteed.
Buckle up for that one.
Buckle up.
All right, we will let you know.
Absolutely.
He's going to be on.
All right, we have to get our ass off the air now.
Be good, everyone. Have a great
and
day.
And thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
And listen.
And thanks again to Barb.
Yes, thank you, Barb. Happy birthday, Raylene. And I just want to say one more sponsor plug here. If you're thinking about a new car, Preston's Kia has one brand new Kia Soul.
I posted it last night.
I know you did. One left.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's not the
No,
only
not
car
one
they have.
left. Not one left.
One in stock.
They finally got one in stock.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't wait on this. Have a great day, everyone. God bless. Take good care. Thanks for catching the show. And thanks to our sponsors, who you can see right here. You're looking at them right now. Thanks, everyone.